Think about me before you go.
Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. Let's go. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope everything's going well where you're at. Bitcoin's still above 100,000. You got to give it to it. I still 100x'd the BTC investment at this present moment in time, right? But we're still holding 100K even after that dipped down to 98.8. We're going to look at the good things and focus on what we do have, not on what we don't have. I will be honest, a couple of my altcoin portfolios are down probably $250,000. Let's be honest. Altcoins took a beat down in the last, 4 or 5 days for sure. But they are still higher than they were even about a month ago. So things are just continuing to go in our way as long as we focus on the opportunity at hand. We got to focus on the opportunity, though, and we cannot focus on what has happened in the past. Today is the new day to start fresh. If you got liquidated yesterday, if you didn't make it, if something happened, if you got wrecked, today's a new day to begin anew, to start fresh, and to keep pushing. Know all the great traders that you know, all the people that you look up to online, all the traders that you love, okay? And the guys that you think are amazing and successful and buy Lambos and do all the fun stuff and travel the world, right? Just know each and every one of them have lost so many times, they just didn't stop. All right? All the people that have made it that you think are amazing, they've made every mistake you've made. They just haven't stopped. I made so many mistakes. Look, I've been trading for 15 years. Eventually, I won. Eventually, they let me win. Eventually, they said, you know what? The guy bought so much at so little at some point, and the market eventually picked up, and eventually I won. They couldn't stop me. But I never gave up. Had I given up, they would have got me, and I would have walked away and went back to my middle-class life. I'm serious. Made 80 to 100 grand a year and, took a couple vacations a year, give my 2 weeks off, sat in my cubicle and did my thing and worked for, somebody else for the rest of my life. And, there was two choices. One was to go after it and make it happen. The other was to go back to work and slump it around. And I wasn't going to do the second one. I was going to do the first one. Let's talk about strong coins right now, too. There's still a lot of strong coins out there, and there's some good narratives. There's actually something I talked about last night that's coming out with its testnet, which will turn into a mainnet and eventually pump pretty big. The coin's also been getting talked about in the last 2-3 days about multiple channels with over 200,000 subscribers. It is booming to the upside. So this coin, and I'll talk about it later on in the stream, but this coin, and I don't even own any of it. I'm not even chilling my own bags. That's what I love. I tell you guys about opportunities because I got so much money in so many different projects that I see projects that I know are going to blast, that I know are beautiful, but I'm just like, I can't buy 1,000 coins. I can buy 500, but I can't buy 1,000. So there's going to be a few that they just drift off my hand in my mouth, but they're probably going to pump to the upside. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Where my lifers at? 1,457 people. People leave because of the liquidations. Come on, baby. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. Let's go, baby. People don't know what to Google crypto today. No one wants to look at their portfolio. All right. Blessings on blessings, man. Anyway, shout out to everybody here. Look at the money still flowing into Bitcoin. The money pouring in. Bitcoin, though, BOOKMAP suggests that we do go lower to $100,000. Let's take a look. I had a long this morning. I jumped out at break even. It didn't pan out. We're going to talk about what happened there on the long. It did pump. I was up $100. It was a smaller trade, but I was up $100. All right. Anyway, let's break down Bitcoin from the weekly all the way down. I'll show you. Actually, I just want to show you the long this morning that we were watching. All right. So when you break above the 200 MA, that could be, that's the only way you you basically get bullish. And then we watched this flag really for about an hour straight. And then eventually it broke to the upside. But look, then there was a nasty bearish div. As that swung down, that swung up. And then the bearish div ate. And then we lost the 200 MA in the 5-minute time frame. And boom. However, we are still making a higher low so far. But one could even say, bear flag. And are you going further to the downside with a measured move back somewhere down to $97,000, Only time will tell, and we're going to break that down for you. But if you look at BOOKMAP, they have liquidity all the way back down to 97,000, even back to 98,500, a key area of support and resistance that I've been looking at for a long time. All right. Do we see the DXY going down any time in the next 3 months? Ricky, it will free fall at some point. Yeah. MORPHO and Farcoin pump hard. Look, please. Yeah, MORPHO is interesting. Anything with the morph in it has been out of control. All right. And look at MORPHO doing some damage there to the upside. And I saw MORPHO pumping. I put it in this flag and suggested that it could make a move. And look at that. One of the only coins up, and look, it's up 8% now, but, you know, in the last few hours, it did go up 20%. MORPHO, and I put this out to the trading group. We were looking at it yesterday. I don't know why that got shifted there. But MORPHO, for a little bit of gains here. There's also a few other coins that are kind of still holding court right now. And even if you look here, I mean, there's some green. There's 94%, 89. Some of them are small cap, I know. Chain GPT getting a bit of a bounce from the bottom. Anything that was really hot that people really liked is holding its gains. Like AIOZ is a hot project that people know is going to be a great D-pin. You know, and there's a chance the D-pin slowly kind of works its way away from, you know what I mean, from traditional Bitcoin dumps, because it's a new technology that people want, you know? Now it is slumping. It loses the 200 MA. Then we're going to get a drop down somewhere probably to 85, and you're going to go through this gap. But of all the coins, you know, it didn't just take a nasty dump down. Like you can see, it's consolidating tightly. There's a chance it could bounce. If Bitcoin gets a bounce, this will be one of the first coins to bounce. You see what I'm saying? And you just kind of scan the strong coins. And it's simple to, you know, move. Like move was 65, it's 72 today. It's a newer coin that people are paying attention to. Remember when we first looked at it? When it came out on MEXC. So you can see, and when Tether's the hottest one in the game, that's usually when, you know something's happening. Tether slightly losing a peg, USDC2, when a lot of people rush in and rush out. There's always a bit of an issue. Pudgy Penguins holding that 3 cent level. XDC Network showing strength. It's interesting, right? Caspa getting beamed, you know, Aerodrone back to 1, everything just getting banged on, you know what I mean? Solana holding 204. And remember when I kept saying that I was surprised that Bitcoin wasn't going to pull back? Everyone thinks this was the Fed rate hike, but like I was talking about a pullback for like the last 2-3 weeks, right? Every single day I kept talking about the weekly. Anyway, let's break down the weekly. Let's have some fun. Let's look at things logically. All right, and break it down. Bitcoin is dumping to the downside, though, looking like it wants to go further down. Let me actually I like to keep the, you know, yeah, exactly. I keep this open here, and we'll bounce back and forth between the small time frames and the big time frames. But look, you lost the 200 MA. No real strong bullish div there, right? And you look at your 1 minute time frame. Some strong bullish divergence here, finally. Saying, hey, you know, you got to get a bounce. But at the same time, it's just, you know, weak sauce. Weak sauce. You know, falling wedge could even be a bear flag. The way things are looking, I would just suggest things dump. Because you haven't had any type of movement back. You know what I mean? Nothing has been like, oh, I'll break above this and retest. So you're looking for this to dump to the downside here for Bitcoin. And when these falling wedges dump, they dump pretty fast and hard. Right? Now, there is a bullish div. You would expect to bounce. That hasn't been the case. I mean, look, bounce there. You came back. You just barely retested 100,800. That's what you just did. Suggesting that you're going to fall further down to 98,400 if you can't get back above 100,008. So right now, this bullish divergence has to kick in, and I'd say in 15 to 20 minutes, get back above 100,008, or I would expect more downside here for Bitcoin. Slipping. For sure. Look, a bounce there. That becomes your next area. Every time you get a bounce, that becomes the next area you have to get back above in order to be bullish. So because you bounce there at 100,387, you got to get back above that to remain bullish. Look, this is already starting to dip here. So I see a move for Bitcoin in the short term down to 98,000. BOOKMAP also is right on key with me, suggesting we're going down to that key level and we're losing $100,000. All right. Bang, bang, bang. Now, what's going to happen is inflation is going to kick in worse than ever. I believe stock market, real estate will rebound. Things will start to bounce. Okay, so look, and there's the short to the downside beginning to dump. And there you go for Bitcoin. Man. I don't like shorting my net worth, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But again, if you know, Sell immediately. It goes his area. It's so funny. Bitcoin dominance shooting up. Not good for the altcoins. Yeah. One dump doesn't mean it's over. Exactly. This is just a regular pullback. All right. In my humble opinion, you needed to pull back. I even said if we pull back to February, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. We built all these models. We talked about all of this every single day. I went over the weekly every single day. And let's break it down again. So the weekly closing red. Now, it doesn't mean it will close red, but in 3 days and 9 hours, if this closes red, that's a bearish engulfing candle. You can put this candle inside of that candle. Every single time we've had a red or similar reaction, we've had a pullback, a pullback, a pullback. And the pullback has lasted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks. You know what I mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks. So Bitcoin is likely at this point going to pull back or go sideways for about 8 weeks. I'm just being honest with you. Prepare for sideways price action until maybe the end of January into February. All right. And this would be awesome. I mean, if we get this, if we get this is a bull flag on the weekly, right? So, I mean, you just pumped hysterically and now you're just going to get a nice sideways price action for a few weeks. I mean, that's beautiful. Wait for the 21 to catch up to price, and then boom, this thing could boom to the upside. There would be nothing wrong with that. And honestly, we could even still hold 97,200, this key support. So, if we just step back and take a deep breath here and not just freak out, it's good. And if you're making gains right now with me, all right, because this short is printing for you as we speak. The entry right there at 100,167, and you're in the money now at 99,700. And let's see if this can come all the way to the target for you, but it's likely BOOKMAP waiting there with the liquidity. Let's see. Sketchy times, though, to be alive, I'll be honest. You know what I mean? There is a nice bullish divvy there still trying to hold on here with low stochastic. But we could just bearishly retest the bottom of this flag now and continue lower. Look for a bearish retest right there and a dump further to the downside. And that's just like ugly price action. It's got even like head and shouldery. Just be careful. There's less people in the order books today because they liquidated everybody yesterday. So it's more likely for you to get liquidated. See, I don't have a trade open right now because I trade when the market's the best. I want to put my capital in the market when it's the most likely to pay me. This is sketchy business right now because there's less people in the market today. So you always want to take a deep breath and relax after a mass liquidation. You see what I'm saying? The best thing today to do is to scan all coins and look for the coins that didn't dump as hard. Look for narratives that I really like. CPOOL was a hot narrative that, a lot of people didn't get a chance to get into. You know what I mean? Certain coins like that, maybe, you know what I mean? There's coins out there that are just showing strength against the rest of the market, right? Was hoping to enter some big boy long today with the right entry, but we still so interesting. H bar still good. TMAI, yeah. Opposite, if it still goes sideways above 90 or 98K, but I kept on going up and down 100K. Alts will bleed. Yeah. Peak holding strong. Interesting. It's going to dump more. Yeah, great chance for people that didn't jump in yet. Ondo stays strong. Ondo is out of control. Yeah. See, look, it's bearishly retesting that key level right there. And looks like it's going to start that dump further to the downside. Makes me want to short 98,434. Stop above 100,840. And keep it very light on the short. I'm missing the N3. The target would be 98,541. Stop loss above 108.40. And that looks like a bearish retest to me that's going to roll over. There's some bullish divergence there, but it just doesn't look strong. I see what's going on. I'm like, what are you doing to me there? Looks like you can get all the way to 98,000 even. If it goes, it's going to go all the way, probably 98,040. But something ain't right here. 100,000, 840 is the stop. That's a risk to 1, 3 to 1, but it's not giving me that there. 70 to 100 is not 3 to 1. All right, on the short. Usually I'll figure it out. 98,040 take profit. 100,008. Maybe this number's off there. No, that's the number. 840. I got a 3 to 1 on that. They're giving me a 2 to 1 on the 19 to 36. I don't get it. Something ain't right. Oh yeah, I know why. I'm sorry. Man, it's weird. I got a lot of sleep last night. Whenever I get a lot of sleep, I'm like slow. It's so strange. When I get no sleep, I'm like the quickest being in the world. When I get a lot of sleep, like I went to bed last night at like 11:50, and I even said, "What am I doing? This is weird." I said, "Stay up and let your eyes bleed for another hour and then go to bed." But I said, "No, do the right thing and really take it in, Sam." And I was like, "But that's like, you know what I mean? That's corny though. You know what I mean? I want to be a degen all night." But I did the right thing, and look what it did. Ruined the show. Absolutely ruined the show. You know what I mean? I'm just messing around. But, you know, that's what it feels like for me. So I don't like the risk-to-reward ratio. I have to be too close to the stop loss, really. I have to be too close to the entry for the stop. See, it just doesn't fit right with me. And it's a weird pattern. Yeah, some days it just, you know, I don't care if you're the greatest trader in the world. There should be some days where it just doesn't vibe with you. Your setup doesn't look, you know, you're just like, you know what, I'm not going to do that. I'm not taking that. If you don't have a day like that, then you don't have a system. You're just doing whatever. You know what I mean? You should have a day where you're just like, nah. Yeah. Our people know that this is a market that goes up and down. Yeah. Make 3K, everyone was talking about that too. Take a nice cold shower anyway, yeah. And if you watch me this week, right, I got into TMAI for $1,000, sold it for over $7,000, made $6,000 in profit, unbelievable, right? Then I put $8,000 into virtual, sold it for a little under $15,000. I turned $8,000 into $23,000 in the last 6 days. I sold it all, took the profits, and took it out, sent it to the bank, man. I'm trying to tell you people how to make bank in this game. All right, you can say whatever you want. I made $16,000 last week in 6 days. I made the money, realized gains. Yes, my portfolio may be going up and down, but you know how much money I made in BTC in the last, you know, if you want to talk about realized gains, I am up so big from when I showed you how to buy Bitcoin at 15,000 and 19K. I am sitting pretty, and you all know it if you've been watching me for a long time. You know what I mean? So these dumps don't hurt a man that has been focused for 15 years at his plan. This is just another day, a blip in the radar, my friends. I'll be 5 years from now, we'll look at this and it won't even be anything. You know what I mean? I'm not bragging. I'm showing you that I made money last week. A lot of people didn't. That's not bragging. When a trader that teaches people how to trade for a living and makes people pay, you know, and people want to pay $99 a month for a Discord, I hope that trader can make a living doing it. And I'm teaching you that I make a living doing it. If I was showing you, if I was a quarterback and I showed you that I threw a few touchdowns last week, would you call it bragging? No, I'm showing you that I used a technique and I was able to become successful. All right? It's not bragging when you show people how you made gains. That is not bragging. It was tough. I could have lost that money. I told people what I did in front of them. I said, I'm buying this for this much. I'm buying that. What if they dumped on me? And I would have had to say, everyone, I'm down on those positions that I bought into. Right? Like DGen, I am down on. Like it's not 100%. You see what I'm saying? So don't ever like take I'm a leader. People follow me around the world. It's put up or shut up as far as I'm concerned. You must show a gain. You must show that you know how to take profits if you're teaching people how to do the same. Especially in a very, very, very sketchy market where a lot of people are getting banged out and losing their money. And so I just want to show you guys that if you stay disciplined, if you stay focused, and if you pay yourself regularly, every once in a while, you're going to be taking profits when the whole market takes a dump, and you're going to look back and say, man, everyone else told me, don't sell in a bull market. Everyone that said, why was he selling? I bet you people snickered me. He's selling now? What a clown. Those are all going to keep going up, and maybe they will at certain levels, and I can get back into them on these dips now if I so choose. All right? Yeah. The guy said 100K is bottom. Who said that? Yeah. The Sunset Pictures All right, that's so weird. Anyway, I'm gonna get off the comment section because I know who I am and I love my lifers. And I'll just sit with the fan funding and whoever wants to send in a super chat and send that love, man. May God bless everybody here on the lifer live stream. Thank you so much for being here. So this looks bearish to me. You know what I mean? It just looks bearish. I have to be honest. They reset it a bit. And let's see if we can make some gains live here and change people's moods. I know people are frustrated. People are flustered. You know what I mean? Altcoins got buried. It's like, wow, man. But they are still up pretty much from a lot of key areas, too. If you bought in DCA'd and you paid attention throughout the last 6-7 months, you should still be up. I like sending super chats. Shout out to Yonohito. We love you. We appreciate you. That will come back to you tenfold. May God bless you 1,000%. Okay, so 99,960, breaking 100K. Alex Becker told you would never do that again. You know, it's a strong bullish divvy there. You'd think you'd get a bounce, but there's a key resistance right there where you had that bounce. 100,350 now. Okay, I didn't open up a short yet, and I didn't finish the top-down analysis yet as well. We got stuff to do here. I went into the small time frames and kind of got caught up watching this. So this stop loss would be at 100,343. And this take profit, I mean, the trend is now in the down. I mean, we got a downtrend, right? So it's in your best interest to short the market until the bulls can get you back above the 200 MA on the 1 minute or show some signs of reversal. The bulls have been unable to do that, so why would I assume that we're going to get a reversal? You know, they had a chance. Let's look and go 2 for 800 there. Right? 192 for 816. That ain't bad. All right. I'm going to keep that on ice for a split second. I'm going to, move it up. And we'll get into that in a second here. All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your most precious asset, and that is your time. So we have a short cooking here that looks likely. I haven't entered it just yet, but it does look likely. Could even risk a little less there. And the divergence could kick in at any moment too. See, there's less people on the order book, so it's a very sketchy day to trade, very high risk. It's also Thursday. You know, not my favorite day to trade, but it does look like the trend will take you to the downside. BOOKMAP has all that liquidity below us. Scared money don't make money. I'm going to enter the trade. We'll see what happens. Okay? And there we have it, right? You flip this upside down, it would be a parabolic move. And, that Bitcoin's ripping to the upside. It's about to rip some more, right? You think, but there's bearish divvy there. That's going to dump on you. I would love to lose this trade and then have the market rip back to the upside. Looks like we may get a reversal. I mean, it's a strong... I'm in the middle on it, honestly. Anyway, let's get into our top 10 analysis while I let that cook. It's very high risk. I would suggest not trading at all or trading very small amounts like I did. Okay, so the weekly. We kept talking about how the weekly could pull back. I went over it many, many times. I said, maybe, I said, every single time I've seen bearish div on the weekly, I remember just saying this Sunday morning or Sunday night, I said 90%, I said 99% of the time, when I've seen us away for the 21 and bearish divergence and high stochastics, I said, we've pulled back. I said, this would be the first time that the asset that I was looking at never pulled back. You know what I'm saying? So... And I said, who knows, though? I don't know. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Every time I tell myself I know, but I will tell you the probabilities were saying this has to drop down. Somewhere down to $85,000, right? Again, I really, really respect weekly support and resistance, and that's at 97,002. So until we break 97.2, we could remain inside of a flag like so. We could even bounce today. The next two candles could go sideways. This could turn into a flag. And 2 weeks from now, you're pumping huge, and everyone's like, you were scared. No, you were scared. And this was just a great opportunity to buy. I will tell you what, in a bull market, which we're in, because look at the uptrend that you're having here. Low, high, higher low, higher high. I mean, attempting to put in a higher low now, and the higher low may even be up here. You see what I'm saying? So let the weekly put in its higher low, which looks very good right now at the present moment in time. Okay? And then from there... we could make our bigger judgment on the macro. But right now, I mean, there's no reason to freak out. Like, you're in a macro uptrend. If anything, the dips are for buying. Like, I'm still very strongly thinking, you know, dips are for buying. You know, virtual coins that were hot, and we're going to talk about all the hot coins towards the end of the stream when we get into alt season, alt ideas here, alt season for my live stream. But we're going to break it down, and we're going to show you the opportunity possible in the market. Bitcoin ripping. It trades down $40. We'll see what happens, but kind of just, you know, going sideways. I don't have a lot of confidence in either trade either way, because when there's no people on the order book, they just go after whoever they want. So it's very, very sketchy right now. In my opinion, the best opportunity is DCAing into altcoins that are strong, not opening up leverage trade and trying to catch the bottom. That's my opinion, but you do whatever makes you happy. You know, I'll leverage trade hard with $100,000 in up positions when I see big volume, when there's a lot of people in the market on a Tuesday morning, when I watch shorts get squeezed, and it's my perfect entry to execute. All right? Don't overtrade on times where the environment isn't there for you. Okay? Period. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't think I'm saying you should be taking this financial advice, but do not overtrade in crappy volume. All right? Please. Understand when there's a day worth it and a day not worth it. Some days are not your day. Okay? Saturday morning is not your day regularly. Sunday afternoon is not your day. All right? Monday morning is false move Monday. It's usually not your day. Tuesday is a great day to trade. Wednesday is a great day to trade. Opening up trades Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday night have paid me very well in the past. Write this stuff down. I'm telling you what days make the most money. You don't have to trade every day. You have to trade the best days. You'll learn all this if you learn how to trade with us in the trading group. Master Friend also has an inside course inside my trading group for $300. And then he watches you for the next few weeks and kind of goes over what you're looking at if you want that extra attention. Okay? So with me, you're going to learn all the altcoins. You're going to do your thing. You can day trade, swing trade, do whatever you want. You can trade any market with me. Nailed it. With him, he's just going to teach you a little bit more about Asia, London, open market sessions, candle bodies, wicks, understanding, you know, a little bit more about breaker blocks. It's just, you're going to have just more knowledge. If you like that, jump on in, hit the QR code above, and learn more with Master Friend. If you keep losing leverage trading and you don't want to stop, like you just every week, you seem to be like, you know, you're not like me. You don't like DCA into altcoins, build great positions, you know, and leverage trade Bitcoin and make your gains and end up, you know, swing trading altcoins like I did, making 16 grand a week. Instead, you just pump $2,000 every single week and get liquidated, and you just keep doing it. You need Master Friend. I'm telling you right now. You knew. Like, people that are addicted to getting liquidated, you need help. Like, you need help. I'm telling you right now, you need help. Like, you need, like, it's almost like someone who's gone crazy in their mind and they go need to see a therapist. Like, you need a leverage therapist. And I truly believe this man is the best leverage therapist I've ever met. I've seen him take devastated traders and turn them into people that are confident, believe themselves, and begin to make gains. So you do whatever makes you happy. But I brought him into the trading group because I believe he's an amazing person that can really change the way you think about your trading and your life. Anyway, moving forward, that trade looks like it's going to dump and pay us here. A bit of a shoulder head, right shoulder right, and come to daddy and pay us here. Make a nice 800 on the day and get a day's pay here and start to kind of, you know, get a move on here. And I told you, I'm going to attempt to teach you the education that can get you paid every single day here. We don't know if this is going to happen for sure, but it does look like a head and shoulder to me, doesn't it? Shoulder, head, right shoulder. 68% chance of a measured move down to 99,000. And then we break 99, and then it's come to daddy at $98,000. Okay. Does it mean that's going to happen for sure? Could I easily lose a trade? Anything could happen in any moment in time. Okay. I do see a bit of a bullish divvy there that's even stronger than before. So, but just not a lot of strength here for the bulls at the present moment in time. So the weekly, it could do one of two things. It could go sideways above 97.2, or it could make a downtrending flag. There's a lot of people that wish they got into Bitcoin. There's a lot of FOMO for Bitcoin right now. Don't forget, that doesn't just evaporate, okay? So many people said, man, I should have waited. And now that it's here, now they're starting to think, see, these are the naysayers and the people that wait all the time and don't have plans. And so they're like, when it went above 100K, they gave up. A lot of them were like, if it ever comes to 95, I'll get back in again. And then a lot of orders at 95,000. Look, there's a lot of people here interested at 65, 66,000. Some woman went out and told all her retail students that 65,000 was where they should wait to buy Bitcoin. I just like spit up my coffee and laugh so hard. Like, Bitcoin's an asset, in my humble opinion. You do whatever makes you happy, but for me, I got a DCA. You never know when it's going to be or where it's going to do. You know what I mean? You never know. So you just kind of, you got to watch out. Now, Bitcoin's pumping a little bit there on some bullish div, getting back above 100,000, but then got slammed right back down to 99,935. Showing signs of strength here, though, on a bullish divergence. Possible getting a bounce back to the upside for BTC. That's why I'm not a fan of trading right now, because I know there's a high likelihood that I don't impress you guys because the odds aren't good that I win the trade, right? I like to trade when I know I'm going to win, when the odds are really good in my favor, right? Today, they're not in my favor at all. Look, it just defied the head and shoulder pattern and went after all the shorts above it because they can, because that's the loose liquidity book, right? So just be careful trading today. As I said before, I believe the greatest opportunity is finding the strongest altcoins. And I know like 5 of the hottest altcoins right now that I believe are really worth even just paying attention to. And they're showing signs, they're just telling us what are strong. So the weekly, a pullback would make sense. Would we go all the way back to the 618? You never know. So far, the weekly support and resistance has been holding, and we have strong support at 97.2. Unless we break 97,200, I would have to suggest that Bitcoin stays above this key level and just kind of goes sideways here. And there's really nothing to stress. So I wouldn't be that stressed out today, everyone. And I lost like dang near a couple mil yesterday. So take a deep breath, all right? I'm all right. Like if my net worth went down a few mil and I can sit here and be happy, then so can you. My kids are healthy. My wife is healthy. All the things in my life are great. All right, I have a good savings. I didn't risk what I was willing to lose. I've been stacking BTC since it was $1,000. Like, I'm all right. You know what I mean? I'm all right. I could stress about all the money, all the unrealized gains that I lost yesterday, and I could look at my portfolio, get really depressed, focus on that all day. But that's just, what is that going to do for me? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm going to focus on what I do have. I'm going to focus on my gratitude. And I'm going to do, that's how I became successful, and that's how I stayed successful. So that's what I'm going to do, you know? And I'm going to focus on the wins that I did take this week. And that's why I did talk about my wins this week, because even I want to celebrate my wins, all right? Because they were realized, they were good gains, and I took some gains out the market right before we took this nasty dump to the downside, all right? And, you know, creating the habit of paying yourself is so important, because eventually you're going to need that habit when the market's just doing whatever and you're listening to everyone else but yourself. You know, crypto Twitter's telling you, everyone's telling you it's going up only, and you can't think clearly. And the charts are telling you exactly what you see. Bearish div, you knew it all, but then you hold anyway and watch it all dump in your face. I've been there. I've made all these mistakes. I don't want you to make them. I want you to listen to your charts. I want you to get into your education. I want you to stay disciplined. I want you to focus. So when the whole market, when crypto Twitter and everyone else is telling you something, you know in your heart what to do. And you don't listen to that nonsense. You take your gains, you pay yourself, and you have a great life. And you don't sit there with the what ifs, the what could be's, and the round tripping portfolios all the way up and down. Okay? Important. I show you the charts, but this mentality sauce that I give you is oh so important. Oh so important. So please pay attention. Please listen. I'm doing everything I can to give you the keys to success. They're right there in front of you. Everybody here, once you listen to me for 2-3 years, you should start becoming successful because I give you the sauce. It's how your mindset is created. Now, it's more than just these charts of this money. It's your mindset. So anyway, weekly. And again, the weekly could still be trending to the upside. You could get an uptrending flag here. Bitcoin is very bullish right now. Don't let one candle get in your head here. You know? And we could make a nice uptrending flag. We could just start trending upwards, and these could be some of the greatest prices you ever get for your altcoins right now. The last chances to buy in, and maybe they're not. Maybe we dump, but you don't know that. And because you don't know that, that's why I DCA. That's why I build portfolios through the ups and downs. That's why you focus. All right. I teach leverage, risk management, self-control, contentment, a day trading plan, and a reconditioning your mind to a deserving state. We love you. Amen. XRP on the 1 hour wants to try to do mixed emotions here. Need that life or sauce. Omar. Can you TA trust, please? Yeah. Sam, you are a blessing to those who are watching. You are very appreciated. If you get a chance, can you do an analysis on GRT? The graph. Thank you. Shout out to Donald Trox. Hey, Sam, can you do TA on injective protocol? I'll take a look at injective. I'll take a look at GRT. We'll take a look at XRP and trust. And it looks like that short's about to get pushed out to the downside here. And they reversed it back to the upside. So I even take my own advice. Like, just be careful. Looked nasty, head and shoulder, rollover. Didn't look good to me. Price action doesn't look great. I'm about to get stopped out for 120. Bang, man. And, you know, it's been one of those, like, as a trader, you'll hit ruts where you'll lose a couple trades in a row. If you can't handle that, you're not going to be a trader. It's just not going to happen. If you think I win every single trade, every single day, constantly, then you're out of your mind. You're crazy. You've created a false reality of who I am, and that's just not true. So get that out of your head immediately. Just know that I end up with more money than I started with at the end of the year, and that I don't play myself. But don't think I don't lose. And don't think I don't get in my head and I don't have to regroup myself, change my brain like every human being, and fight through it all. It's not an easy game. If anyone told you trading was easy, they're out of their minds. Okay? It is probably the hardest thing you'll ever do in your life if you eventually accomplish it. There's a reason why there's only a few crypto lifer type of people out there. Tom Crown, crypto lifer. There's like 10 people, man. Because it's very, very difficult to get to this level. Most people never make it this far because of the mental depression, the battles, the pains. Are you kidding me? You know how many times I've been up and down? You know how many times I've seen my portfolio get ripped to shreds? You know how many times I picked myself back up? More than you could ever imagine, more than you've done 1,000 times over. I've been in trading for 15 years, 20 years now. I'm 42 years old. My life's been ripped to shreds. I don't care about money anymore. Are you kidding me? Take all these suits, the Rolex, it all, like, you know what I mean? Material does mean nothing to me. The fact that I never gave up is the only reason I wear that Rolex. The only reason I dress like this, because I never gave up, and I got kicked in the teeth, punched in the face, and everything in between, man. And I still made it, and you will too if you keep pushing. But it depends if you have it in you. Not everybody has it. Do you have it in you? Anyone could jump on in to a bull run. Can you make it through a dip? Can you power through the pain? Everyone's waiting for the perfect time, the perfect moment. There's never a perfect time or moment. The perfect moment is now. The perfect time is here. And the perfect person is you. You're the one right now to change your life. Stop waiting for something else to happen. Okay? And that's why I tell people that can't sell, you got to get in the habit of learning how to sell. Okay? You got to get in the habit of learning how to sell. So look, this 1 minute reversed on me, and it did not dump on us. Went and got the shorts right here that, you know, they made a head and shoulder. And then look, they made a head and shoulder pattern and then ripped the shorts up a lot, you know. And I knew to leave the trades alone today. And that's my warning today, to just be easy. Leave the trades alone unless I see my model. Unless we get above the 200 day on the 1 minute time frame. You know, and that's another thing too. Sometimes you'll make the wrong trade. Then you'll see your model and not take the trade because you'll be discouraged. And then the trade rips and you're like, man. So I've learned to take my model no matter what happens throughout the day. To take my model no matter what happens. Now look, you're overbought. You're away for the 21. Now you're likely to pull back at least. Make some type of flag here. And can you cup and handle your way out of this? Back above the 200 MA. Let's get back to our top-down analysis. All right. Yeah. And then I love people that say so many things. I love this guy. Look at this guy. Watch, I'm going to call you out, Gray. You say that because you have a group which gives you $100K a month. Yeah, I went live every single day. The reason why I have a group that pays me $100K a month because I went live every single day. I gave my life to this group. I gave my life to YouTube. I dedicated my entire life to YouTube. That's why I make $100K a month or more on my group, man. Of course I do. I don't hide from this chat or delete it. And yes, I get super chat revenue that you wouldn't believe. Yes, I make more money than you. I'm an online entrepreneur. I'm quicker than you. I'm smarter than you. I went live more than you. I dedicated myself to something more than you did. So I get paid more than you do. I'm sorry. And I don't have to apologize for it. And I can call it out to the sky. Because I made it happen. Okay? So you can hate on anybody else. But I made this happen. I made this reality. This is the reality I chose to live in. My bad. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to cater to your poor feelings, brother. Either you make it happen for yourself or you don't. Okay? And I made way more money on my Bitcoin calls than I did off my freaking trading group, brother. So you can take that and throw it out the window. I bought Bitcoin. You don't even know how much Bitcoin I bought between $15,000 and $25,000. And it's none of your dang business. Okay? And it's not my fault that I'm a good entrepreneur. All right? Sorry. All right? And I don't apologize for it. Anyway, moving forward. All the way down to 98,000 here is the level that we could likely fall down to. That's the key level that we're looking for. Okay? You want to watch this flag here and see if this flag can continue with the 21-day moving average coming into price action. That's tightness. That's a cup and handle. This is why they call me Sammy Cup and Handle. We may get a bit of an inverted head and shoulder that goes further to the upside. It's only a matter of time. All right? And again, I even appreciate his comment because his comment was a beautiful comment. I love everybody. He's not even a hater. He's actually a beautiful person that just expressed greatness. That's all. Yeah. I don't even think he's a hater. I think what he said was amazing. I honestly don't even see haters. I see love only, man. Yeah, what he said was amazing. He professed the fact that if you put yourself out there every single day, if you work really hard, you will get rewarded. That's all he said. Okay? He didn't know that's what he was saying, but that's what he was saying. Indirectly. He was telling you guys that this is how you go hard, you know? Indirectly, he was basically telling you guys, man, boom, 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 you know? If you push yourself every single day, you're going to make it. All right? That's what he was saying. Yeah. And again, I think his comment was beautiful. I don't even consider it a hating comment. I consider it a loving comment. He basically expressed to the world how hard I work and let everybody know how amazing it is. You know what I mean? And so through that metamorphosis of time and love and space, we're able to find love. We're able to cultivate love, and we're able to find the highest frequencies possible at any given moment in time and any situation in time. And so I love that dude for what he said today, and I love all of you people here. You know what I mean? I choose love every single time in any situation because that's how you raise your vibration, raise your frequency, and keep your basically yourself elevated to at a very, very high state, right? So God bless everybody for being here, and thank you for jumping on in. Let's take a look at the 3-day chart now and break it down. So the weekly, it may not be the worst thing in the world here, okay? And again, we're still hugging $100,000. They tried to break it again right now, and they were unable to do it a second time. So a lot of people have orders. 100K is a key area. And right now, we could be bullishly retesting this level here on the 3-day chart. I'm only going to get real, well, I'd have to flip even more bearish if we break this trend line here. You see resistance right there at about 98,900. That's a strong resistance, okay? And if that loses this key level, it bounces further back down here to 90,241, okay? Speak however you like here. Amen. God bless you, brother. Thank you. Shout out to Mystic Flowers. God bless you. So, but that's a bearish engulfing candle on the 3-day chart. That will close tonight in 8 hours. And that's, that will cause some stress. And there is a bearish divergence on the 3-day chart. You can't sit there and say it's not there. And bearish divergence on big time frames is a big deal. Like, that's what I've learned. And, and when it's so subtle, people don't want to see it because they're so caught up on the smaller time frames that they can't notice what's happening. All right. Oh my God, who cares? The golden guy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So there's a bearish divvy here. All right. And that could go further to the downside. I mean, that's telling me. But so far, support and resistance is attempting to hold us. They, the bears to win need a 3-day candle to close below 99,350. You see, we'll call it 99,500. All right. Yeah, there's many people who have more talent than you, but there's no excuse for anyone to work harder than you. Derek Jeter, 100%, man. I love that. You could be as talented as you want, but the people that work hard are the best. Shout out to Jay Bella, best channel for TA and mental training in the game. How you doing, my friend? God bless you, brother. Should be a 30% drop at least 2 to 3 weeks, and then we go parabolic. Shout out to your mom. You're so funny, man. Yeah. So anyway, moving forward. So look at this beautiful bearish divvy for those bears, right? Overbought, MACD, overbought stochastics RSI with the divergence already covered too. And again, you can say, oh, but that was the Fed meeting. But this stuff was kind of showing its head before the Fed meeting. It's just, so I honestly feel like, I don't know, the Fed meeting had really nothing to do with it. I think this would happen, Fed meeting or not, this would have happened. Just joined the group finally. Thank you for jumping on in, man. I appreciate you. All right. So, boom. Bearish divergence falling to the downside here. 100,600. So I want to see if we can get this bounce. Interesting. This could be a bullish retest. We could end up closing this like halfway up with a wick and then the next candle green, and then we just start ripping back to 130,000. That's a possibility, everybody. I don't think people realize that that is a general possibility. So here on the daily, it's the same exact situation. You know, you go here and you see that at 99,500, you have this very strong level of support. Very, very strong. And it's the top of this, basically ascending triangle. We broke out. We came down for the bullish retest. Bitcoin likes to do these funky moves. And again, a fast move down usually projects a fast move up. So, even last night, I was predicting that we would get some type of reversal back to the top of the channel. And this was in some type of, I'll show you. It looked like a channel to me. The 12-hour looks like a reversal. The 22 looks like we could reverse. I'd like to see how that candle closes at 12 hours. In about 8 hours, that 12-hour candle will close. The 8-hour looking for a bit of a reversal. And even the 8-hour hugging a very small but slight, because that's an uptrend right there, and that's a very sharp downtrend. That's a hidden bullish divergence. It tells us we should break that high before that low. It's very slight. Again, we're very, very close there. But there's a chance that this is your reversal. Right? And then if you took a fib from here all the way up to there, I mean, that's the golden pocket that it just wicked down to. And so you're bouncing off a golden pocket. You're retesting this key area. And so that, to me, these are some bullish signs here for BTC. All right. I'm not guaranteeing a pump. I'm not saying I know what's going to happen. I'm just collecting some data for you that you may not have noticed, that you may not know about, that you may not even have the education to see these things yet. Okay. I certainly didn't when I started. It took a long time for me to figure this stuff out. So, and to really understand it once I did figure it out too. So like, could this be a bit of a falling wedge, or could we say this was the wedge here? It just broke out. Now that's trying to, retest there too. After the breakout, and then wow, in the last, they just crunched the price again. We had that little breakout this morning. Your channel got me back into crypto after taking a 4-year break. Thank you for the inspiration. What has this so far banked me over 100K this year? Shout out to Peter Gideon. God bless you, my friend. And thank you so much for jumping back into crypto and jumping back in with me. God bless you. All right. The 50-minute we're below the tune in May. Looking for a fake retest support. I really see it going lower to 88 to 93,000. Yeah. New all-time high next week. I mean, anything is possible. Anything is possible. All right. I mean, it's not that far away, right? I mean, so we could bullishly retest and rip. Let's take a look at our 1 hour now. So the 4 hours in that, like, yeah, I could bounce mode. And then the 1 hour is attempting this like higher low on a wick, or a bit of a double bottom on a smaller time frame. So there we have like this bounce here on the 15-minute. Some really wacky price action. It fell out, rode, got back inside, because that trend line's, otherwise I'm like, it doesn't it would be a broadening falling wedge. It's crazy. You got a bit of a slanted inverted too. Like you could get that's a slight slanted inverted head and shoulder. Here's the deal though, you got to break back above the 200 MAs to remain bullish. Like, and I said this all yesterday too. We finally did get above the 200 MA on the 1 minute, and that was the long right there. Boom. Until you lost it and you could close the long. What a beautiful trade that was. And same thing kind of going here like we saw this morning when I saw the flag, that eventually took the dump. So you'd flag out this one minute again, and you'd hope that this 1 minute could bounce. If it doesn't, then you're looking at this bigger idea. You're making some type of bear flag, and then that's going to dump on you to the downside. So, like, the 1 minute will be our key. If it gets above the 200 MA, if we start seeing some bullish flags, then boom, right? We can get a reversal here. 100,500 would be a psychological support in a key area that you think we may be able to hold. So you're looking for this flag to break back to the upside here for Bitcoin. Otherwise, it could channel itself back inside this, bear flag, do a bearish retest, and then we're dropping further down. And the measured move takes you to 96,800. That's the length of that pole. And so this bear flag would take us further down to 96,000. All right. BOOKMAP, I believe, suggests that this is likely, with more liquidity to the downside all the way to 97 and even down, so look, I mean, BOOKMAP says, yeah, I wanted to get down to 98, 97,000, then maybe even dip lower. Doesn't mean this is 100%, but it does. This is a liquidity basically demonstrator. It shows us where people have their stop losses, where people, if they made a trade and they could get liquidated, right? So these are basically liquidation areas where if the market gets to those levels, it's going to liquidate all of that liquidity right there, which means people are going to lose their entire account. So, and whenever I've seen this, whenever there's the more liquidations, that's where the market likes to go to. It likes to liquidate the most people. All right. So I'm not saying it's 100%, and it isn't always 100%, but most of the time, 8 out of 10 times you come to this channel, when we see liquidity below us, we go way further down to the downside, and we do go further down. So just mind that idea and mind the gap. Drawdown so that master type company's valuation at Q1 doesn't look so insane when their Bitcoin holdings get revaluated. Most bearing situation I can come up with. Bitcoin and doing it with EK. Let's go. Yeah. Look at the 30-second for BTC. It's in a little flag, but almost in a head and shoulder, bro. See if you can get back above that 200 MA. Getting close, though. So let's see what happens here. I'd love to see this flag break to the upside. I like to see the 1 minute take it. You have a bit of an inverted, you got a shoulder, a bit of a head, kind of an inverted head and shoulder there. But I'm also indifferent to the fact that it's making a bear flag. Or that it's not making a bear flag, sorry. I'm more bearish than bullish unless you can get back above 100,008. 800 really. That's the key resistance now. You got to flip that. This guy, amen. God bless you. Yeah. I got 50x long on 99,700 stop losses. Do you like ASI FET for this cycle? Stuart Bell. God bless you, my friend. Yeah. I'm here for the long time. Can I tell you, Sam is the best TA on the whole of YouTube. Shout out to Jay Bella. God bless you. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, people have been watching me for 5 years. Long time, man. Since 2019. Could it be an event similar to what happened during the Thanksgiving this year? Amen. Hey, Sam, what do you think of Pengu? Should I hold my airdrop or let the whales have it? I don't know. I got my airdrop too. I usually just wait on it to see what happens into the bull run. And then see where it goes. All right. Thank you, Sammy, for everything you gave me on the TA. I'm up huge for my DCA. God bless you, brother. God bless you, PS5, Future of Gaming. Thank you, my friend. Yeah. Amen. The logic of some of these fools is Elon Musk made 90% of his money from Tesla and SpaceX. This is so funny. Been only here since 2020. Wish I would have been here earlier. Thanks, Sam. Blessings to you and your family. Amen. This is the life. You have good times and bad times. Nothing is permanent. Just hang in there. Amen. The airdrop was a nice Xmas bonus. Blessed. Amen. I mean, the TMAI airdrop for me was the biggest. I mean, that was crazy because it made it easy to sell the other position I had because I already still had a position. So they kind of made it fun for me to swing trade it. You know what I mean? So Bitcoin taking that tumble back to 100,100. And we're just getting, you're watching the sideways flag here for BTC. All right. SD holding strong. Yeah, what is that? SD keeps coming up. And I bought into this Vert AI, right? Which, you know, Alex Becker said he was an advisor to the project. The 3 things that he did recently, they did very well. So to me, I'm just speculating on the fact that that's what other people will speculate on. You know, it's kind of a simple idea. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this thing, ST. But yeah, it didn't flinch at all. Still inside of a bull flag. Could continue to pump to the upside, but I'd have nothing to do with it. I don't own it. So good luck to you. It's a meme. And it could go to 0 just the same. But funny that it's holding its gains compared to the rest of the market. Doesn't seem to care. So it is strong compared to the rest of the market. It's very, very strong. AIOZ is very strong too. I'm telling you, if it gets that bounce and gets tight, of any coin that would pump, I'd have faith that AIOZ would be pumping and we'd be somewhere up to 170, you know, further, you know, before I knew it. I do own this coin. I have a good position in it, you know, over 15,000 USD, but I believe it's going to do numbers over time, and it's definitely something that I would pay attention to and watch very, very closely. All right. Honestly, been following for like a year. You're the only one on YouTube that I agree on the view on the market. Amen. Take a look at SWE, please. I'm expecting we to go lower to the 80s, sit there for quite a while. That would allow big players to take profits without scaring everybody out of the market before they pump it again. New to all this crypto, is H-bar good now? I mean, H-bar is looking strong compared to the rest of the market too. Let's take a look at Injective and see what's happening to Injective. Did DeFi take a hit? It did. Injective, I had that, you know, can you see if it will make a flag? First thing you want to do is you want to look at your weekly time frame whenever you're looking at a coin. You want to, you know, see some bigger ideas here. So, I mean, you had this rounded bottom, you came up, and now it looks like even on the weekly, and again, when you're near that 21 on the weekly, that's a very good sign that you'll reverse or at least go somewhat sideways. Maybe even make a cup and handle there on the weekly time frame. So, but weekly did pull back there. The 3-day chart wants to pull back as well. And I would watch the daily. Now, once you break the 200 MA, there's a nice pump. That's usually the beginning, and we got that huge pump. We went all the way, you know. We started at 16, we went to 34 for Injective Protocol. And now we're making, you know, what looks to me, you know, a bit of that cup and handle. And you're coming back to the 200 MA. Around the daily 200 MA is an undervalued area, specifically if you've bounced from it already. However, what if there's a black swan? What if Bitcoin dumps? What if something bigger happens? This will go lower and could fall possibly to 15, which is crazy. Where this all started again at the beginning, it's like, man, I'd like it to hold some of its gains, get this higher low and continue further to the upside. 44 would be the target, but I gotta wait a couple days. I gotta see how this market quote unquote wiggles, because we don't know yet exactly what's going to happen, and there could be even bigger, there could be more losses here. I'm open-minded to believe anything is possible, so I'd love a bounce. At the same time, you know, we got to see what Bitcoin does. There's some room more to wiggle down on the 3-day chart here too, but the daily suggesting is very overbought. I mean, oversold, and it could get a bit of a bounce here to the upside. So watch it very closely. ZEUS, please. You were right the last time you charted it. Invest Answers had said it's a promising token. I wasn't right. The technical analysis was correct. Right? So it did make a bounce, right? And it hit the first target at 96. Great. And now it's going sideways compared to the rest of the market. I like when the market dumps and your coin's going sideways, it's very, very, very promising that your token can pump, because all the market needs is that reversal pump. Even when the market's dumping, it gets its little, you know, reversal pump back and then it dumps again. A strong coin will pump hard when the market does that. And so this tells me that if Bitcoin gets any type of bounce or reversal, that will continue the pump to the upside. Bitcoin struggling, really looking like it's going to break down from this bear flag. Just lost the trend line. You see that? And again, I said I'm more bearish than bullish because you couldn't get back above 100,800. We wanted to see if that flag could break out, and I do not long unless I get above the 1 minute 200 MA. I've learned my lesson too many times now. Coming for the double bottom or maybe even lower down to my target at $96,800. All right. How much lower can we go? How much lower? Even the lifer doesn't know. Everyone's waiting for the bulbs to take over. But until then, all my crypto keeps going lower. I mean, anything is possible. I never said I knew where the price is going. Never in my life. Every single day on this channel, I say I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, and I take it one step, one day at a time. I talk about constantly paying yourself, taking profits whenever you can. I took profits in front of everybody this week, not in, sell my whole portfolio, but it's hard to take any profits because if everyone tells you it's a bull market, it's going up, why sell virtual? Why sell TMA? Why sell anything if it's all going to keep going up? Because you got to get in the habits of paying yourself so you become, it's like, here's a great example. There's a business and it's in an industry. Say the market is the industry. You're the business. Okay? Say everyone says that market's going to do great and the market's going to keep going up. And yes. And they keep telling you the market's going well. But your business slowly sees a slight pullback and you're like, you know what? I could sell the business right now and get out. And I've made a huge boatload of money and I could get out before this thing takes a hit and it may be a better idea here. And so like you should look at it like that. Like, and what if the market doesn't dump, but you leave the market? As long as you pay yourself, everyone's so worried about what they're going to get out of the market if they leave. Like, instead of what they're going to get for themselves. And so, because they don't believe they're the opportunity, they believe the market is the opportunity. You got to believe you're the opportunity and repeat that to yourself day in and day out. I'm the opportunity. I'm the opportunity. I'm the opportunity. I create the opportunity. By believing I'm the opportunity, opportunity comes to me. I find opportunity every single day because I'm the one that finds it. My energy, my frequencies are so high that I'm going to attract the best things into my life because I have the best frequencies for those things to happen. Of all the people in the world, I'm attracting the greatest opportunities because I believe I'm the person that's meant for those opportunities. So therefore, I am the person that's meant for them. And I'm saying this out loud like you should be saying this. I'm not trying to I'm doing affirmations for you to kind of teach you how to do them. That's what I'm attempting to do here. Okay? You talk boldly about yourself. You talk good to yourself. You love yourself. If you talk to yourself as if you would talk to a good friend, don't badmouth yourself. Don't put yourself down. Don't be rude to yourself. Don't negative self-talk. So many of us, and I did it for years, we don't treat ourselves as good as we treat our family and friends. We treat ourselves horribly. We talk negatively to ourselves. How many times a day do you say, oh, I can't do that. I'm not that good at this. I'm not a morning person. I hear that. Oh, I can't stand that stuff. People labeling themselves with basically falsehoods that don't exist, that create negative progression immediately, right off the bat. And I'm like, wow, you haven't even started and you're already throwing yourself down a flight of stairs. You're your best friend and your worst enemy at every single turn. Okay? Law of assumption, amen. Exactly. Positive affirmation of the law of assumption. I would just scalp Bitcoin every 10% move. Hey, that ain't a bad idea. If 96K is the target, I'm selling everything. Yikes. I would never sell everything. It's just, people get wrecked when they do that. But again, you do whatever makes you happy, man. I'd never tell you what to do with your money. You do whatever you want. You want to sell, you sell. You want to buy, you buy. You do whatever your little heart desires. I have nothing to do with your portfolio. The only portfolio I control is my own. This looks hot to me. I'd take a look at this one and put an alert here. ZEUS looks good. I got a free airdrop of this too, so I am holding a little bit of it, but a very small amount, like 300 or something. Okay. But ZEUS looks hot. I would put it on the watch list. Yeah, add ZEUS to the watch list and add an alert to it. Okay. Okay. Oh, I like ZEUS. That looks good. I mean, when the whole market's dumping, and again, that could easily just dump again too. Just be careful. That's why I'm not saying dive in. I'm saying just, set an alert, add it to the watch list. It may be something, maybe it's not, Yeah. And honestly, everybody, when I started and I went live every single day and I gave people free information, free additional ideas, right? But I gave people free information every single day, and people would make money on this live stream for free. Then they would join the trading group. So I would provide them with the ability to make $100 a month to join the trading group before I even ever asked for $100 a month. So this group was born off of free education, and then people decided to join the trading group. They were like, you know what? This guy's giving me so much, I'm going to join the trading group. So many people join the group because they make money during the live stream, or they make money from the education given on the live. So we've already proven ourselves. We don't have to. So the comments that I just heard, they don't make any sense. You know what I mean? This trading group is completely different than what you said. So those criticisms don't work here, because we made people amazing traders for free for years and years before we even started a trading group. Many people in the trading group were built for the live stream. I even tell people, don't even join the trading group till you watch the live so much that you learn. We gave you TMA for free last week. It gave us 7-8x. I bought it live in front of people. You know, I gave you so many coins that ripped to the upside in front of you. I made trades, live trades in front. I gave Bitcoin trade after Bitcoin trade after Bitcoin trade after Bitcoin trade for the last month and a half, every single day for free. I give a Bitcoin trade, like 5 to 6 of them almost every single week for free on this channel. I give calls on Twitter for free. I give stop losses, entries, and take profits constantly for free. Every single day. All right. Look at this guy. He said, I'm just listening to YouTube and I made 10K. 10K more and I will purchase this guy's group. He's legit. See? You don't have to listen to the haters. Okay? Just listen to the people that want to progress and push themselves to the upside, baby. 100%. All right? Exactly. The best trading group ever. Makes me way more money than my job. Just can't wait to retire off crypto eventually. Amen. Amen. If you're struggling, you can't afford a trading group. Your life is tough. Just keep showing up to this live stream. We're going to educate you. You're going to learn. We're going to help you change your life. Okay? Nemesis, I'm up deep 6 figures this year. He should be charging more. See? 100%. Shout out to Sam. Thank you. Yeah. He said, I made my money back in the trading group yearly fee in 3 trades. Join us. Look at that. I've learned more in a year than half than I did in the 7 being here. Amen. He's a good man attempting to help us. Show up and have an open mind. Amen. Yeah. Just say you're new to the space. It's okay to be a noob, buddy. Yeah, exactly. Let's take a look at XRP, Trust, and CETUS, Move, Walken, ASIA, and FET. Let's take a look at XRPZ. It looked really bullish just the last few days. Did Bitcoin take it to the downside? Probably did. Bitcoin holding 100,000 does not want to give up 100K. You know, it's a battle at 100,000 for BTC. You know, XRP came down, but it, never hit the stop loss. Very close to entry. Of all the coins, it's really, you're not even down bad at all, really, technically. This is still set in stone. This trade's actually still there, but I definitely will rework the trade, right? I still see it consolidating here. Again, it depends on what Bitcoin does, but I see this nice consolidation here for XRP. A low, a high, and a higher low for a move to the upside. Can this come up and boom, and move all the way to 425? It's very possible, right? Hey, Sam, when would you set up a stop loss if you bought the dip? Where? I mean, I wouldn't, if I bought a dip, I wouldn't use a stop loss. Yeah. Amen. Hey, Lemons, I guess Mystic Flowers said, Nemesis, time, you don't get it. Sorry if you don't get it, but time is the most valuable item in the world. If you're not paying for a trading group, you're not paying for a trading, you're paying for a community of knowledge of people's time. Yeah, so many people have actually gained the knowledge and save you time because you're not going to know things and they're going to help you out too. Sorry, Sam, it's my fault. I told my dad to sell his Bitcoin at 108 for DYDX. He's down 35% today. Blaze, I sold my dad to sell his Bitcoin at 108 for DYDX, and he's down 35. You know, you never know what could happen over time. I mean, it's an unrealized gain. So I have a tiny starting capital, but I'm considering the trading group. I'm wondering what my investment level become viable. Probably quite small, but for a few days, I'm just watching free. Yeah, just keep watching, man. Make enough gains first before you even join the trading group. That's what I want to tell you. Like, make enough now on the live. Don't spend your money until we teach you how to make it. I'm telling you, man, I say this all the time. All right? I am not money hungry. I'm not. I'm knowledge hungry, and I want to be around people that are the same. XRP still looks somewhat bullish to me. Now, it could be an M pattern, and this may dump down to 194. It really depends on what Bitcoin does today. Bitcoin ripping back to 100,500, though, showing signs of strength every time it dips below 100K. It wants to come back strong. Look at this. That little flag dipped, then it ripped back up again. See, they went after anyone that took this flag. They put stop losses here, they grabbed you. Anyone that took this head and shoulder, they went and grabbed you. So they made it look bearish, grab the stops. They made it look bullish, grab the stops. You see what they're doing? They're counter trading anybody that gets in this market. I see a bit of a shoulder, a head and a right shoulder there, though. And again, the break above the 200 MA would kind of, that's something that no matter what I see them do or how many times they manipulate it, whenever I take it more often than I don't, it pays off. All right. And DYDX is an old project that nobody cares about too, man. This guy said I joined the group for $3 a day, and now I'm making at least 10x return of my $3. God bless. God bless you, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, the hate comes out strong on the red days, man. People get nasty. They get nasty. Let's take a look at Trust CETUS move walking. All right. As Bitcoin attempts to walk itself back to the upside here after you ask about walking over there. Let's take a look at Trust. TRUST. Trust the process. Is that what that is? I don't even know. I've never heard of this coin. Trust. I thought it was TrustFi or that TrueFi. Trust the process. Is that it? Really? $40 million market cap? Max supply 9999. So it's a soul. Trust. I mean, it pumped up nicely and now it's flagging, right? So that's a bullish sign. I don't know anything about this. It seems to have some type of community. It's got 1 million in locked liquidity, $42 million market cap, and it's making a flag. I don't know. You may have found something here that's on a tear. It ripped and then it went sideways. That usually means it's going to consolidate. Consolidation, 68% of the time leads to a pennant or a 68% chance of a break to the upside, and then that breaks all the way up to 8 cents and 9/10 of a cent. So Trust Soul looks like a nice bump here, push to the upside. This looks interesting. I don't own it. I know nothing about it. I definitely put it on my radar and I take a look at it. This thing looks like a good pump. Next target would take it to 8 cents, so almost a double up there. All right. Live, you changed my life. Do you believe we're still going to have all season? Are you bullish on a available? Are you bullish on a available? I don't know what that means. Is that avail? Is avail available? I don't know. Imagine how many people they just got to sell at sub 100K, getting fools to buy high and sell low. Yeah. And this is the time when you want to accumulate BTC, like on the dips. Whenever I see a dip, I'm buying more BTC. You got to buy more Bitcoin, at least a little bit. You know what I'm saying? At least a little bit. So anytime it's dipping, you got to buy some Bitcoin. It does look like we could go to 97,000. I mean, there's still, look at all that liquidity down there. Be careful, man. They're playing with people's minds right now. Everyone thinks they know what's going to happen. On AVAX, I think AVAX is strong, but it's not going to be in my portfolio this time around. Number one, I think it's going to do well. It's a great coin, great project, but it just, I don't know, a 10x at the very best. I just don't even think that could happen. So, but it's a great project. It's here for the long haul. It's got a good team. There's going to be a lot building. I bought Beam. So I buy something smaller that could make a bigger return against AVAX. But I still believe in AVAX, or else I wouldn't hold Beam. All right. Do you think there's still a chance to retest the RS flip on ETH on 3K 2800? Possibly, I don't know. Right? Okay. UFD. I don't know what UFD is. And thank you for that. That one, I don't know. Trust the process. It looks interesting. Oh, unicorn fart coin dust. Yeah. Of course you would do that. I mean, they think because Farcoin went well, this thing could do well, right? I guess it is doing well, which is kind of crazy. It's just been ripping. I saw it yesterday and didn't think, I thought it was just too stupid to pump. You know, and I saw the name of it and I was like, really? I saw it last night somewhere here at 8 cents. I really can't believe it went to 20 cents overnight. How did I find this coin? I went to Crypto Rank, right? And I saw the newly added coins. I don't know if you remember, and I found it here, like on the live stream yesterday, and I was like, you know, remember this one, H2? We've been looking at this one on and off, still sitting at a $72 million market cap. Crazy. And look, you ready to fight? I've been talking about this one. Very small market cap. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing makes a big pump. Like, it could maybe 20x in the next few months. Hyperliquid Holding 24, Glacier Network. That's new. Streamflow. Puffer Finance. Looking at it. Caspa. Layer AI. I like Layer AI. Hold that. AI 16 has been premiered. Down 25% too. AIOZ BT by Virtuals. That's been hot. Look at that. Up 20% in the last week. Doesn't seem to care. DGen on base. All right, so these are the 20 searches, top 20 searches in the last 7 days. I love DGen on base, and I own it. I think it's going to do numbers. It's a good little group of coins there. And then Supra keeps coming back strong. That was a new coin. Over Protocol, a new one. Write it down. Movement just came out. We've been seeing it, and we may start trading it on and off. SUI Agent, SUI AI. I got in around 20 cents. It's gone up to 30, back down, up and down. But it is, look, the most visited coins in the last 7 days. Fuel Network, Magic Eden, SUI, Pudgy Penguins, of course, and Ondo really holding its gains in Solana, right? In Zion. And SUI Lend. SUI Lend could become the Aave. That could do damage. Seriously. Like, I wouldn't sleep on SUI Lend on SUI Lend here. It's on Pyth, it's on CoinEx, it's on MEXC. Send it, baby. Send it, right? Again, you know, wait for the dust to settle here. I'm going to look at it on CoinEx. It might have a little better of a chart just for a second. But send, baby. SUI Lend. All right, so it came out on different exchanges. So see how you look at a different exchange? It looks different. Because it might just, you know, that's just the beginning of the dump. It just came out yesterday on CoinEx. So it actually was better on MEXC. SUI Lend. Send. I mean, what are you going to do? You know, SUI's hot. You know, this is basically a DeFi protocol. It's called Lend, you know, so you think, I mean, it could do numbers. So that interests me for sure, SUI Lend. 1 minute attempting to get back to the upside here and start that reversal off that, so that bullish divergence there, and boom. Now it's in that, you know, inverted head and shoulder flag. Again, I used to trade these all the time. That wasn't too bad, but it was a lot of stress. I found out once I just started trading the 200 MA, it was less stress. Let's see if we can break out of here, or is this still could be a bear flag that wants to dump to the downside. Maybe head down to like 98,266, right? So the possibilities are there for both situations here. We get above the 200 MA, we get the rip. But lately, that's just been, you know, not happening. So what do I see happening for Bitcoin today? I showed you kind of all the ups and downs on the bigger and the smaller time frames. And really want to see if in the next 2 hours, you see if the 1 hour kind of can beat you, can get you pushed up. If the 1 hour can push the 1 minute, if the 1 minute can push us up, things could change, right? So I watch the smaller time frames for confirmation. That's what I do. And they kind of show you what's happening. Do you like ASI/FET for the cycle? I think it's interesting. I own it because I got into FET so early that I figured why get out, right? You have to remember, if you got in when I got in, and in the bear markets, you're up huge compared to the rest of the market. So again, this looks a lot like Bitcoin in a way, right? How it's doing this like sideways flag action. CETUS is a DEX for SWI. So if SWI is hot, CETUS will pump. You'd like to see CETUS stay inside of this kind of consolidative channel here and get tight. As it gets tighter and tighter, there's got a measured move up to 78, and that could propel it further to the upside. CETUS. And it got a bounce here too at 30, and a bounce right there at about 14. All right. Key level is 78, one level that we're looking at to the upside, right? Bang. And we're sitting at 35. Now again, Bitcoin takes a dump, this dumps, and everything changes. Bitcoin holds that, gets above the 1 minute 200 MA, things start to go. CETUS makes us, get sideways, and then we're back in business as usual. This looks more bullish than bearish to me. I would put an alert on this. I'm heavy in Deep Book protocol, so I'm already that's my play on the SWI network, is Deep Book. Deep Book is another decentralized exchange for SWI, okay? The liquidity still suggests we go lower. Remember that. Bitcoin's struggling to get back above 101, $101,000. All right. Someone asked about walking. Keep it walking. Let's take a look at walking on KuCoin. On KuCoin. Walking just broke above the 200 MA and is in a flag, right? So that's a very bullish sign for me, and it doesn't look as bad compared to the rest of the market with a golden cross approaching. I mean, I love when a situation looks like that. I'd wait for in 2 days. If it bounces off the bottom of the channel and goes more sideways, highly likely it's going to get the move. That measure move takes it to 0.05. Now, does it make a double bottom and dump and then lose the 200 MA? Maybe. I don't know what's going to happen, but if in 2 days, 2 candles stay inside this tight range on the daily, it's very likely moving up to 0.05. All right. I'd watch that closely, put an alert there, and keep an eye on it. You got a golden cross approaching on the daily time frame. It's a bullish sign. Very bullish. Bullish. Did we really live stream for 5 hours yesterday? Insanity, right? Or 4 hours or something. Jer Powell smashes the market in half, right? There may be people who are more talented than you, but there's no excuse for anyone to work harder than you. Derek Jeter, yeah. Shout out to Vincent. Shout out to, so we went over Trust, XRP 1 hour. Asked me about FAT. We went over CETUS, UFD. I don't know why you did that, but your dad did what he did. I'm bullish on SWI for sure. And are you still bullish on Render? I'm guessing. Very bullish on Render. Extremely bullish on Render. Let's take a look at Render. Yeah. I wouldn't put so much money in Render if I wasn't bullish on it. I mean, this looks like a key resistance, bounce, bounce, bounce. Very strong support there at about 687 for Render. And I really like what I'm seeing here for Render, right? I DCA into this coin. Again, I got in at 5, 6, a little bit at 7, 11. I think that was the highest price there. So it's closer to my buy, and I was up huge. Kind of crazy. I put in 100 grand. When we went to 11, I was up like a big amount, But again, that wasn't the plan, right? And then boom, 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 boom. We've had the pullback now. But again, I'm in for the long haul here for Render. And I believe Render will go to, $30 a coin. And so I'm really not going to sell it until I get into that level, into that area. And if even Render dipped, I wouldn't even buy anymore. I'm stacked on Render. I have such a fat bag. But, I think it's a premier AI coin. It's going to take names and kick butt. And I like it. I like it. I have it in my portfolio, and I like what Render can do. So, Bitcoin getting a beautiful short squeeze. Look at shoulder, head, right shoulder to the upside, and let it crack the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame. That's going to tell us that something is brewing here for Bitcoin. Get above that 200 MA. Show signs of life here. Stop faking out. Stop fake. If that hits and gets rejected, oof. And we're back to $101,000. Just like that. You know what I mean? $1,000 is easy for Bitcoin now. It's nothing. Can we get back above this key level is the question. And that's what we need to see. I make 16 grand in a week. The guy runs his mouth. It's just crazy to me, right? It bugs me out. Things people would never say to me in real time in my face. So resistant. Anyway, I love you all. I focus on you guys that are awesome. But you know, that's a good lesson in life, though. I don't care how many people you try to help. I don't care what you do. I don't care how great your business is. You will get a hater. Hey, it's like if you go outside, the wind's gonna hit your face, man. You know, it's gonna happen. Just deal with it in the most positive way you can and be positive. And honestly, most haters are people that need a lot of love. They're just really people that are looking for love, and they're lashing out online. And so really, whenever you would deal with that situation, say a prayer for that person. Because you know, if your life was going amazing, you wouldn't go hating on any channel. You would just be loving. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm focused on the love. Look at this, man. There's just been constant resistance at the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame. Every time we go to approach it, it's a no-go. Nice inverted head and shoulder breakout, though, for Bitcoin. And there we go, the break above the 200 MA. A little far away for the 21-day moving average, though. But now we're starting to get the break above the 200. And this is how things can change. This is how the whole day can change. This is how we can really, really reverse on a bigger scale. I know you'd be so surprised at how much this 200 MA has something to do with where the day will go, and it's just the 1 minute time frame. I'll teach you that 1 minute is not noise at all. It has so much information waiting for you, hidden for you, and it's about to take you on another level. All right. Man, resistance though. We got to get back above that 200 MA for some bullish moves. I always set up the trade beforehand, before I even take it, just to kind of get ready for the trade, because it can happen fast. If that makes a nice flag, we connect with the 21, we can easily get a move back above this 200 MA here. And that is the selective move. Again, away for the 21 and in a strong rejection with the stochastics turning. Many times, what I'll tell you is the bear flags and bearish tones and a lot of dumps happen when you get rejected by the 200 MA. Today's definitely a sketchy day of price action. It's a Thursday, number one. Thursday's usually lower volume, not our favorite day to trade. It's a day after massive liquidations. That already tells you that there's going to be less people on the order book. Not everyone's going to run and just start putting money back into the market right now. Now, I didn't get rocked and liquidated, so I'm here and ready to go, but I'm few and far between. Most people did, right? So I actually had the trade this morning. They got me for $200 on a quick little stop, but I had the direction spot on. They just got me. But I was able to, I could see where they were likely going to go in the morning. I was spot on that move. I'm not saying that's going to rip. I just look at flags all the time. The 21-day moving average, you're going to come back to the 21. That's just what's likely going to happen now after the rejection of the 200 MA. Man. Okay. Let's take a look at Move. Move coin champ, please. Sorry, I didn't see that, Armando, at the very beginning. Please forgive me for that. All right. And look, strong rejection by the 200 MA. And again, the distance from the 21 and the high stochastics told me that was iffy. That's why you don't front run it. I just never front run that, which means you don't open up the trade when you're that close thinking, oh yeah, it's definitely going to go. Because then you get caught up and then you can't make a move. It's not fun. All right. Okay, let's take a look at Move. Move's got me interested because it's new. And it's higher than it was just the day before. So I'm like, it's new and it's higher than it used to be. Yeah, so I looked at it kind of in this little flag here, like it may break out, and it did that. 72 cents now, right? They got a 50 million token unlock, though, on January 9th. So just be careful, man. That thing might take a massive dump on that token unlock. And that's not too long from now, which tells me just to be a little careful. It doesn't look great on Mexi because it's new. I just want to see if it had a decentralized address for a second. It's on Ethereum. And there's UFD Sol taking a bit of a dip there. Movement. It comes out at a $7.3 billion market cap, right? So it's one of those, like, you know, probably VC, you know. And now it's got the Adam and Eve double bottom. And now they expect retail to eat it up. I don't know. Too big for me personally. Look for it to flag out. Maybe it continues to pump, though. Next target takes it to 91 cents. It says not to go to move site, so I didn't go there. Interesting. It's weird. I think that was just more of a Brave glitch, but a lot of people buying it too. Look at this. $1,000 buys, $3,000, $2,000. It's so new. People are like, I got to get in. Does it really have that big of a market cap? No, 1.6 billion. Why are they saying it's so big there on the deck screener? Oh, no, it changed. Yeah. 1.6. I would have sworn I saw. Oh, no, the quantity, FDV was 7.3 billion. Also, you know what's interesting? So it's some type of DeFi protocol, of course, right? It's a network ecosystem modular move-based blockchains that enables developers to build secure, performant, and interoperable blockchain applications, bridging the gap between Move and EVM ecosystems. It's the first Move EVM L2 for Ethereum, alongside open source tooling and protocols to facilitate the adoption of the Move programming language across blockchain ecosystems. But Movement developers can launch high-performance Move VPN rollups with ease, backed by Polychain Capital, Binance Labs, Hack VC, Placeholder, and Archetype. Movement Labs revolutionizes blockchain interoperability and advanced Move-based technologies in the Web3 space. Sounds great. Are they going to be able to do everything they say they're going to do? Big market cap. And there's $101,000 Bitcoin holding it down. And now it's kind of flagging again right there, attempting to get back above the 200 MA. But getting resistance, isn't that funny how the 200 is the gate? You can just keep seeing the resistance there every single time. And you got to remain bearish until you get above that line and make a flag. Things start to roll. I like that we're pulling the 21 closer to it. I don't like when we move above the 200 MA, but the 21's too far. Because then I get my signal, but I know we're going to come back soon, so I can only scalp it. And then I got to wait for the rejoining again between price action. Bookmap still says liquidity is further to the downside. All right. Thank you for all your hard work. Best live stream going. Can we look at open loot? Thank you. I remember when I gave that and it ripped to the upside. Sam, Alex, and I are getting our dose of life revision before he goes into school. Future millionaire in the making. We love you, Sam. Have a great day, brother. Shout out to Rudy 007. Amen. Yeah. God bless you, man. God bless you and your son, man. So many awesome people here on the stream. So Bitcoin showing signs of life here. Can we boom up? And I'm like a bot on this 200 MA. I'm relentless on it. Like, it's just like over and over again. I've learned so much about trading, even more in the last 2 years. You have to be even more consistent than you thought. You have to plan and hit a model. You have to have risk management, and you have to be super consistent about your model over and over again. I don't think I put the lemon into the water this morning. I apologize there. We had to get right into it. And stay hydrated, my friends. Stay hydrated. Okay. Remember, I'm 42. I didn't get here by accident. Success is not an accident. Okay? Period. It's a constant thing you strive for. And everyone thinks success is what you attract. It's what you become. Or it's what you attract into your life by becoming the person you desire to become. That's what success is. You don't become successful, you attract success into your life. It comes towards you. Can Link reach $100 in 2025? I believe it can. I really believe it can. Yeah. 100% RC Moore. I'm with you on it, man, and I got my money to back it up. I think 150 is possible, honestly, for Chainlink. If RWA really kicks off at a mass scale and you can see what Chainlink really does and people really understand it, and then what happens when you have institutional FOMO, because they're going to buy coins that they can't be getting into. They're not going to be buying DGen and all this nonsense. They're going to be getting into something that's substantial. They can really show on the balance sheet, at the quarterly meeting, everyone can look at it and they can really say, we got into Chainlink for this reason. It's the most interoperable, connective Web3, blockchain coin of the game, really. And, your investors would all clap. And that's going to happen, I believe, to a lot of private equity, a lot of hedge funds, a lot of people that don't really know what to do yet. They're going to ask a few friends and family. Bitcoin has passed. They're going to say, well, Bitcoin could triple, and they're going to say, where's the real returns? And, to them, a 5X is unbelievable. They're not trying to go DGen style. And Chainlink is going to be sitting in that. And right now it already is. And that's why it got that pump in the last few weeks. And I believe it's going to continue. Because Chainlink is sitting in that sweet spot between institutional safeness and just enough of that altcoin love to give you that spark. So Chainlink has it. It just has the it factor for institutional support, and you can just tell. It's the next best thing, and it's low cap enough. It's small enough and quiet enough to still, gain some returns. So, again, I'm not on the long. I don't want anyone to think I am because I have the long tool open. It's showing me my risk-to-reward ratio if I decide to go to key levels. 5.5 still pretty nice, but the rejection by the 200 MA ain't pretty nice. And this could be a rising wedge that breaks to the downside now. 68% of the time, right, the rising wedge wants to break down. We'll see. There's no guarantees, but that doesn't look good to me. You got to get above the 200 MA to remain bullish. You got to push through that 200. We can't keep getting rejected by the 200 MA. That is bearish. Okay? That tells me this is a bear flag that's going to drop further to the downside. That's why I do not long until we get above it. That's my key, okie dokie moment. If we don't get it, then you got to remain bearish. And you see some resistance here too at 101,350 for Bitcoin. Shout out to anyone jumping on in here, learning about cryptocurrency. Some say Link can go to $300. If Link went to 300, it would be insane because I got 100 grand of it at about $11. So you do the math there. Each, if that would be a 30x. I'd make $3 million. In a beautiful world, I would love that. Is that going to happen for sure? No guarantees at all. All right. Shout out to the 2,745 beautiful souls here. Remember yesterday when you played this game and you won because you didn't front your model and then price dumped like $1 million? Funny. Yeah, I'm not front running that. No way I'm front running that. That says we do not go past go, man. I've learned my lesson. I used to front run that. After I learned my strategy, I front ran it a couple times with big money. And I lost big, and not big for me, 800, 1,500, 1,200. And I was like, man, I'm not doing that again, man. I'm not. And I was so positive, so confident. Oh, look, it's definitely going to pump. See, the old me would have traded a bull flag here. Oh, that's a bull flag, you know what I mean? But I know not to trade that flag if you're not above the 200 MA. I've learned my lesson, man. The bots play too hard on the SMAs. When you get above them, the bots accelerate, and then that flushes out the liquidations on the opposite side. Same way here, and this is kind of how we trade. Also, we can see that there's more liquidations to the downside here, still kind of there hanging out. And Bitcoin has clear resistance now at 101,000, 200, You could call it 101 or 101.2. I feel like this is kind of just starting to lose the channel and start to dump now. Yeah, look at the 5 minute the 5 minutes in a bear flag. That's why it's good to zoom out too and take a look. Like that 5 minutes says, I'm going to dump on you. I'm going to dump on you. I'm sorry, I had to. I'm going to on you. So that is, you had to be there, right? But, that's bearish, man. That's a beautiful trend line you just broke. low, high, higher lows. You're attempting to dig in here. And again, you'd be like, Sam, you usually know what's happening. How come, some days price action will give you mixed signals and you just got to kind of wait. It happens to me 4 times out of the month usually. There's other days I show up, right? I see exactly what it is. We make the trade, we hit it. It's like, damn, this guy is just like, I call exactly where it's going to bounce. I need liquidity for that. I need a lot of people in the market to move, and I can tell you where it's going to go. But when the market's flat, everyone got liquidated, and it's eerie, and you got this, then that's what you get right now. You can feel it. You can feel the lack of liquidity. You can feel it. Look, this dump would have happened faster on a Tuesday. It's kind of, like, are you going to bleed out? What are you going to do? What's happening here? What's going on? All right. And you can kind of see how Bitcoin does these, moves in different areas on different days based on the liquidity. You'll get to know this. You'll get to understand the chart so well over time. Okay. The most beginners get frustrated because they want answers that they're not able to have yet. It's like you got to push through any single. It doesn't matter what it is. Pickleball, sports. I like sports because it's easy, but an easy metaphor. But like, let's say, you ever see someone juggle the soccer ball and they can do all those cool things with it and never keep it off the ground. But that's not easy to do. You try that at first. It doesn't happen overnight. It's something you got to have to work at. But you'll get some skill if you keep pushing through. Now, there's going to be frustration at the beginning because you're not going to be able to do the things everyone else does. And it's going to be like, why? Trading's the same way. And then you're going to want skills that you don't have. And the universe isn't ready to give them to you yet. So a lot of beginners get frustrated because they want things that they want things from the charts and from the learning that they're not there yet. That looks like it's going to go further. That's a bear flag to me that wants to drop at least down to 99,500. Every time, though, we've been holding the zone, so I can't tell you what's going to happen. Usually I can. But today I lay down and say, I don't know, man. They got me confused as all heck. Right? I do see there's bullish movement on the bigger time frame. But I could see this making a bear flag. I could also see this possibly breaking back above the 200 MA. The good side is that you've had the 21 curving now. That usually can create some type of reversal. And there was a little bit of bullish divvy there that has kind of have us backed up. So, but we also see that there's clear resistance now. And that was crazy this morning. I saw this flag this morning. We got the breakout. Boom. I was up $100. Boom, boom, boom. I was down $6. I cut it off. And then this mess now. And then we lost the 200 MA, which is a short. And again, until you get above the 200 MA, there's just no reason to be in a long. The bears are in control until the bulls can get some type of action above that level. Otherwise, this will likely bear flag and drop us down to 99 and possibly down to 97,000. This takes you to 97,400. And that's exactly what BOOKMAP is telling us we're going to. So that would be a coincidence, and there's usually no such thing. But we don't know for sure. Only time will tell. Let me get back into the chat here. Okay. Hey, Sam, can you look at meme coin Dogen? Funny. Bitcoin dump, XRP pump. Is this in the script? You never know, right? Well, we kept saying that XRP looked more bullish than the rest of the market, even just last week. I don't know if that's a pump, everybody. Like, that could be a bearish retest of this trend line. Just be careful. You guys get a little too excited over like, I don't know. I've found that about retail and new traders. You guys get like overly excited over things that you really shouldn't be getting overly excited for. Like Bitcoin pumping, XRP dumping, XRP pumping, Bitcoin. It's really not like, I mean, Bitcoin just bounced and has been kind of, sideways now. And XRP's got a higher low, right? But just take it one step at a time, one day at a time. Don't get too crazy here. All right? Super chats, open. Oh, yeah, open loot. Open loot here. So remember when we first put out open loot? Wow, that's crazy. We put out open loot down there. Remember on that cup and handle? Wow. I never even looked at it again or thought about it again. Too many coins on my radar. Too many things going on. That thing went up 400%. It did a 4x since the day I put it out there on the channel on November 28th. Then it tanked all the way back down. Let's look at it in a bigger time frame. Low liquidity. Then it came all the way back down to this key support zone. You pull a fib and it came to the 786 Fibonacci and it bounced off the 786. By golly gee oh my. And now it has a measured move. And I mean, if it did it before, it could probably do it again. I don't know enough about this coin to care about it. And honestly, I haven't deep dived it. I guess I got to deep dive it for you now because it can't be that rude. Open loot. 81, very small market cap, $80 million. It's on a good amount of exchanges. It's a Web3 gaming distribution platform and marketplace that supports game developers and publishers. I mean, seems like it's awesome, but it doesn't seem to get like, is it really doing that? You know what I mean? I don't know. I get this vibe that it's not really doing that, but I don't know. I shouldn't be rude. Maybe that's what they're awesome at it, and they're really do. Let me take a look at the website. Open loot. Frozen winter box sale. I don't know. Boss fighters. Telebot BFT multiplier giveaway. I don't know. It looks kind of weird, man. It looks kind of... I don't want to say the word, but you know what I'm saying. Who knows? It looks like it could continue up to 84 cents. The market cap's not too bad. It's got very small volume. Just be careful. But it does look like it could continue to pump. No reason why it can't, right? It's just not my type of coin for whatever reason. Hey, I'm new to the group. I just joined. What's the win rate on the bots? I don't know. What is a bot? Yeah. You mean because Kronos crashed 3C, I shouldn't sell? I'm buying the blow, but I'm here for 4 years. Well, I'll be here for eternity. You're funny, huh? Someone asked me about ASI Fed. I don't know if they really want me to do over the charts. I just said, yeah, I like it. I like it. Someone asked me if I like AVAX, and I talked about it. I think that's all they really wanted me to discuss, you know. And then Chainlink. And I went over Chainlink, how I think Chainlink's going to do numbers over time. AVAX has that nasty double top, though. Look at that. That's nasty. And if Bitcoin dumps, that's going to dump. You better hope that takes a pump. But honestly, it is a 68% chance that that continues down somewhere. AVAX goes back to 32. Unless it can get a bounce there. That doesn't look good to me. I have to be honest. AVAX looks kind of struggling. Let's take a look at Total 3. Yeah. Red dot on the weekly markets over red dot on the daily. Those guys were going down. I'm sorry. Wow, Total 3 looks horrible on the daily. Like it's doing the same double top. Like it's kind of... That's so whack. And it looks like altcoins are going to take a bit of a beat down. I mean, let's look at the 3-day chart. Yeah, very far away from the 21-day moving average. So what I would look at is something like this. I would look at my 3-day. It looks like we'll get a bounce. Come back down and go sideways. I look for the 3-day on the altcoins to come back to the 21-day moving average and then continue our pump. Says we continue like the second week of January, man. We're just going to go sideways for 2 to 3 weeks, and then it's on like Donkey Kong. And we're going to pump like you read about. So I wouldn't stress too much. Take your fib from that wick too. And the 786 is sitting there at 903. It does think that we lost $1 trillion market cap for the altcoins. You know, it's psychological, but... And it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, maybe 15 days, 20 days, and we're ready to rock again. But I do see a bit of a pullback, which will give you guys great chances to DCA and buy the coins that matter with your Christmas money. So I think it actually ends up perfectly, right? Big boys, look at it, shake you out. Amen. Amen. Watch this flag here on the 1 minute time, on the 5 minute. really starting to make a bit of a bear flag and not able to get above the 200 MA. If you crack the 200 MA, boom. Then you look for the flag where the 21 crosses, and that would be our trade. Until then, I would be watching price action very closely. All right. Just means alt season isn't on yet, or whatever's. Yeah. Ether is over with, or that's one phenomenal buy. You're funny. Not a great day to future trade, in my opinion, 100%. Yep. The future order book is very light. They liquidated a lot of people. So if you're out there, your stop loss is way more vulnerable than on a normal trading day. You do whatever makes you happy, but I'm warning you that it's not hot. It's not hot, right? Santa Rally, leverage mastery included. It is not. Is an additional. You have to pay for it additionally because it's an additional form of energy coming at you. Like, all right. The bottom for most alts is almost in. Total 3, almost at the retest now. Don't get faked out, people. I believe this is a great place to DCA. I would not panic sell my altcoins. I took some profits from some swing trades I was in that were big and would make me some gains. And that was all. All right. H-Bar and NVIDIA partnership. You know anything? No, I don't. Project 89 and a massive cup and handle on the 4-hour. Interesting. You know, DEAI is a hot coin. You want to find the coins that like people were fiending for just 3, 4, 5 weeks ago that everybody needed. You know, and this one was one of them. 01 Labs, right? This thing went on an absolute tear. And it was like, you know, it felt like you couldn't, every time you went to get it, it was pumping again. If you take the big fib, it came all the way back down to the 618. And then it kind of ripped out of this little flag, and now it's pumping a little bit. And I'm going to give you the trade of the week. The strongest coin of the week, I'm about to show you guys the strongest coin of the week. I'm not even going to buy any to prove that it's not about me pumping my bags. I just want to see if my speculative nature comes true. Yeah, it pumped up a little bit. Let's see what happens. Let's watch Bitcoin throughout the day. I'm still not buying any of this stuff. I got to take it one step at a time. It does say it can get back to 112. But CPOOL, why CPOOL? Number one, I watched a lot of YouTubers the last few days, and a lot of them mentioned CPOOL. So it got a lot of love despite the Bitcoin dip. Even on the night of the dip, people were talking about CPOOL. And so this morning, I looked at it, I pulled the fib, and even last night, and I saw hidden bullish divergence, 786 Fibonacci, and lo and behold, it bounced from 42 all the way up to 53. Got a nice bounce. Then it got kind of a sell-off, and now it's kind of bouncing again, holding this 49 level. I see it making some type of, look at that, shoulder, head, some type of right shoulder. As long as CPOOL stays above the 618 and above 45 cents, looks like it could do numbers to 79. I would watch it closely. If any coin can revisit and bounce strong and get a reversal there, revisit the previous high and continue, CPOOL is on my radar for that to happen. So again, I don't own any. It doesn't even matter to me if it pumps or not. It has nothing to do with me. I'm not pumping my own bags. I'm showing you things that are possible. Why don't I own some CPOOL if I think it's so strong? Just to prove a point, because I don't have to own everything. And if I did own it, then you would say, hey, I'm pumping my own bag. So that's why. You know. Mantra Dow showing strength too compared to the rest of the market. That coin was out of control. Floki getting a little bit of move. Look at Celestia all the way back to 5. This coin is treacherous. I'm always sketched out by that coin. That's why I sold it when I sold it. And did the swing trade on it, right? So it's not a great day to jump on in and swing trade. Not a great day to start to learn to trade. It's a great day to learn to DCA into projects that matter, to find key levels, and to find the strongest coins in the game. Coins that people care about, coins that people want to DCA into. And that's what we do throughout the day. And again, it is a day to lick your wounds. Take a look at what you did. If you got liquidated, if you used way too much more money than you should have, if you weren't using a stop loss, you know, I'm sure there was a lot of huge mistakes made in the last few days and people paid hard for them. All right. So, you know, it's funny. KA is super bullish recently. Every time I look at the chart, it's one of the only charts that's showing signs of, like, you know, a possible move here. It's in this flag here on the 4-hour time frame. Crow with knife. It's really Kronos' only meme coin. CAW. I definitely watch it. It's on the radar. Compared to the rest of the market, it's more sideways. So it seems like it didn't really care about the dip at all. Let's take a look at BTC one last time here. Yeah, we're hugging the 2-hour 200 MA. If we lose the 2-hour 200 MA, we're going to drop down to the 3-hour 200 MA. And if you lose that, you're going to drop down to the 4-hour, which is waiting for you right there at about 98,000. You lose the 4-hour 200 MA, everyone, that is going to be when Sammy turns into a bear. And I start saying that we got, you know, we're going to 91,000, possibly down to 85, and I even start looking at 79K because that's how it happens. If we never lose the 4-hour 200 MA, then we're good to go. And we haven't been below it since the last time we were below the 200 MA was October 10th on the 4-hour time frame. So it's been 2 months since we've been below the 200 MA on the 4-hour. We've gotten pretty close a few times, but we've never lost it. As long as we don't lose it, we're good to go. When it rounds, when it starts to round, it's a little sketchy. But look, we got tight moving averages here on an uptrend. So kind of see it inside this channel too, right? Like, and you know, earlier today I saw a bounce to the top of the channel. That's what looked like it was going to happen. But again, we can't get above the 200 MA on the 1 hour, so it just doesn't. No matter, you know, I tell you, oh, what I see happening on the bigger time frames, but I play the smaller time frames, and they tell me what's going to happen. So I could make you a daily prediction, but then I'm going to zoom in and tell you if we can't break this yellow line, it ain't happening. All right, as annoying that is, and now it looks to me like the bear flag is taking you down. I mean, you've been breaking down now. Your measured move takes you to 97,900. Mixed signals for Bitcoin. It's okay to walk away today and take a breath too. It's always okay, you know? Like, I'm not going to be heavily day trading today, for sure. I'm going to be watching the market, DCAing, reworking my brain, getting my set, you know what I mean? Just, you take these dumps by stride, the days go by, the pain kind of, you know, dwindles away. And it's not the same feeling anymore, but it takes some time. Would you short breaking the 200 MA? Yeah, that's a good idea to short that, yes. You could even put a short right now above the 200 MA on the 1 minute. Because every time you get rejected by it, like right there, we got rejected. Right there, you get big dumps usually happen. Look at all these rejections, or when you get right back below it, dump. There's a nice rejection, dump. And to me, you try to get above it, and now you're hitting it. That's like, you're in a downtrend now on the smaller time frame. You're trying to make a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low. But look, do you see this? Shoulder, head, right shoulder to the downside for BTC. So I see some pain here for Bitcoin. It doesn't look amazing. 100K's been holding the entire stream though. And we've been basically sideways the entire stream and chop. So people are collecting money, weekend pump. I buy the fear all day when possible. My dry powder is getting low, especially with 2 kids. I know, 100%. I've been finding that 3 over the 21 works well. Between the 21, you could use whatever you like. If you use it enough, you'll get good at it. Yeah. Can anyone see this as a fake dump before the Santa rally? I'm telling you, it looks to me like it could be a bullish retest on the daily chart. So remember that. Everybody, I love you. I'm going to jump on out of here for the day. I will see you tomorrow. I might even jump in tonight. You never know. I'll be in the trading group throughout the day. Stay true to yourself. Believe in yourself. These dumps are not easy. There's ups and downs in life, but we will make it through every single time. May God bless you all. Thank you so much for being here. Remember to pay yourself regularly if you can. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say you should be taking as financial advice. Believe in yourself. You can, you will. You are the best. Believe you're the opportunity, and somehow, some way, you're going to find opportunity in your life. I can't explain why and how that works, but it will. Just believe in it. You're going to create the opportunity by creating the reality. Rework the subconscious mind. Believe in yourselves. You've got this more than you ever know. You got everything that you've ever had, like that you've ever needed. You've got it all. Like, you don't need a thing. God has already provided every single thing deep inside of you to become the most amazing, most accomplished person in the whole world. You've got it. You've already got it. Now you got to work at it. That's all. God bless you all. Have a great day. Thank you so much for being here. Without you guys, there is no channel. May God bless each and every one of you. I do see a dump for Bitcoin here, down to 100,000 and then possibly lower. And I'll keep you guys, updated in the trading group.